Okay, well, everyone, good morning. Gregory Mascari here, your Upline Senior Presidential Director, and very excited to be spending a little bit of time, about next 20, 30 minutes with you for our Saturday morning training. And if you're brand new with LifeWave, congratulations and welcome. We do these trainings every Saturday morning to provide ongoing education for existing distributors and getting started information for brand new members. So whether you're I don't want to say new or old, if you're new or been with us a while, welcome, welcome, welcome. We've got a lot of good ground we're going to cover here today. And I just wanted to say thank you. So every week we cover 4 different topics. So our distributor training is kind of on a 4-week rotating schedule. Okay. And we're covering the topics of prepare, share, care, and enroll, which is our Live Younger LifeWave proven plan of action. Today, we're going to zero in on some of the key aspects of being prepared. I like to analogize this with the law of the farm. It's preparing the soil. And we were actually out there in the garden, doing some spring cleanup in between snow here in Montana. But the sounds and sights of spring in the air, that's for sure. So today we're going to talk about prepare. So I'm here on our wonderful distributor training website, nittygritty.com. If you're not familiar with it, welcome to our foundational training support site. Thank you, Judy Daniel, presidential director that put this to and maintains this site for everyone's mutual benefit. So if you're brand new, you just want to kind of, as we say, become a happy clicker. The website was created to help you quickly get oriented to the company and to all that our Live Younger community has to offer. If this is your first visit, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're a customer, you want to go to the patches and customer section. If you're a distributor, and since this is distributor training, there's probably not too many customers on here with us today, we suggest that you touch in and begin your educational process in the patches and distributor section. I'm going to focus on the distributor section today and specifically drilling down into some key points. And then on future visits, just click on what's new. There's a section up here at the top, what's new, and there's always new stuff appearing. And then explore some pages of your choice. As Judy likes to say, just chew off a little bit more every time than you did last time. Take small steps, one page at a time, even one section at a time, to be a happy clicker. You're not going to break it. It's break proof, but you're going to learn a lot in the process. So today we're going to zero in, and I'm going to jump up here to the distributor section. And a good place to get started, well, is the getting started section. So I want to touch base on that. In the getting started section on this page, in this section, you'll find all about our Live Younger success system. We're going to talk about different ways you can get connected and be plugged in. We're going to talk about our simple 4 steps of getting started. And we'll, just touch on, we won't probably cover much about gifting made easy because that really moves into next week, step 2 in the proven plan of action, where we talk about sharing. Today, it's going to be about preparing. So we do have our Live Younger success system. We're very excited. I found over the years, I've got over 32 years full-time experience in direct sales network marketing. I like to say from the trenches to the boardroom and back. I've been on the corporate side, I've been on the field side, I've been a consultant, even tried my efforts at owning my own network marketing company with some partners. So I've been around the bush for a while. And the key is keeping it simple, keeping it duplicatable. And I found that systems duplicate, people do not. So don't try and be me, and I won't try and be you. Just be who you are, but plug into our success system. And you're going to find that there's valuable training support readily available from the company, your upline support team, and our Live Younger community. And most of that is right here in Nitty Gritty 101. Okay. So I'm going to drill down into our Getting Started guidebook. It's a 4-step proven plan of action, just a couple of minutes, but just scrolling down. And there you can see a picture of me and my beautiful wife and business partner, Robin. And we're just very proud and very excited and honored to have found LifeWave in for the last 2+ years. And for the foreseeable future, for the rest of our years, we really see LifeWave as our swan song. She's been 20 plus years in the industry. I've been 30 plus. So together we have over 50 years of full-time experience. We love our profession. I'm going to talk about our profession in a few minutes. So once again, just, welcome to the LifeWave community and opportunity and our Live Younger community. So we encourage you to stay connected. Here we talk about different newsletters that are available, talk about, our text messaging reminder system, which is really helpful in our busy lives. You can just text 90 to 9600. You just text the word Live Younger, and we'll send you a 60-minute reminder text. If you're in the US and Canada, sorry, we're not doing it in Africa, in Asia yet with our texting systems, but we're available to everyone. So if you're brand new, here's the first thing you should do, okay, is download the LifeWave InTouch app. And you go to your app store or the Google store and LifeWave InTouch app, and you'll see the logo looks like this over here on the right, the blue logo. That's what the image you want to look for. And just start sharing the videos right away. You almost don't need to know anything else until somebody says, well, I'm excited. How do I get started? And that's when it's good to know a little bit more what the next steps are. But you know what? That's what your upline's there for. When you get somebody who wants to get started as a customer or distributor, don't be afraid to reach up to your upline and get them engaged with your new prospect that wants to become a new customer or distributor. And just, here's a little video you can click on, learn how to use the InTouch app. It's a beautiful handheld app. Many companies use this similar technology and charge their distributors $10 or $20 a month. LifeWave gives it to us for free, okay? And then I'd encourage you to download and print the Getting Started Guide. Recently recorded a overview of the Getting Started Guide, a 35-minute overview where I do kind of a page-by-page review. You can review that. And then step 4 is schedule a personal planning session and reach out to either your upline or either your sponsor, someone in your upline, because everybody's game plan's not the same. But you know what? We all use the same tools. We all plug into the same method of operation. And if you plug into our success system, learn our daily method of operation, success can truly be yours. So here is where you can download the guidebook that I'm going to be referring to this morning. It's our Getting Started Guide based on the 4 simple steps of prepare, share, care, and enroll. It's like preparing the garden, planting the seeds, watering and nurturing, and the harvest is when you start enrolling people. And that's when the fun really begins. That's like like to use the analogy, the difference between fishing and catching. Fishing is fun because every once in a while you actually catch, okay? And sometimes you got to fish a lot. In the beginning, you may have to cast your line in there a lot of times before you get one. But once you get one, you want to get another one. Once someone new joins your team, whether it's a customer or distributor, it's exhilarating. It's very fun. So I'm going to go ahead and page through the Getting Started Guide. You're going to find a welcome letter in there from Robin and I talking about the 4 steps: prepare, share, care, and enroll. And today we're going to focus on preparing. And, to get you off to a good start, it takes a little time to briefly read through and work through the preparing section, but it'll set the foundation, of the direction. And right here, I want to point out the difference between skill set and mindset. And it's important you have both. Your skill set is learning our daily method of operation, learning to use the tools, and a lot of things that you're going to hear next week when when some of our leaders start talking about, sharing and, and caring and enrolling, but in preparing, there's some mindset adjustments in here that are very important. So I'm going to, the first thing you'll find in the prepare section is your why. And as I've always said, if your why is not big enough, don't bother learning how. But we really want people that have a purpose and a passion. We know everybody's dreams, wants, needs, and aspirations are not the same. Today, we're not going to focus on the why. Today, we're not going to focus on the comprehensive checklist, which I'd encourage you to all go through. But it does go through those same 4 steps I just talked about: downloading, go to nitty gritty, and get the Getting Started Guide, watch the 35 minute. The new one's 35 minutes, so we'll have to change that. Schedule a getting started session. But today, we're going to focus on the ABCs of the business. Let's see if we can, the ABCs of the business. And this is more of a mindset training than a skill set. A lot of what you'll find in nitty gritty and in the getting started guide is going to be skill set related, because there's specific skills, not a lot of them, and they're not difficult, but there are some specific skills that if learned and practiced over time will really facilitate your success as an individual distributor, and also your success as being, an emerging leader of your own group and organization. So attitude, belief, and commitment. So let's talk about attitude for a minute, because I found over the years that, people can alter their lives by altering and controlling their attitudes. And what we like to say in LifeWave, your attitude's more important than your aptitude. I don't care how many certificates and degrees you got on the wall, or maybe you didn't even graduate from high school or college. It doesn't really matter. It's your attitude is more important than your aptitude. And it's your attitude that ultimately establishes your altitude, how far and how fast you're going to go in this business. So the question is your attitude worth catching? And I encourage people to dig into some personal development materials. And, this is an important success tip by W. Clement Stone, one of the fathers of the positive mental attitude. He says, there's little difference in people, but that little difference that makes the big difference is attitude. And the big difference is it positive or negative? W. Clement Stone, was pretty much, partners with Napoleon Hill, and really the two of them, the founder of the positive mental attitude movement. But what I wanted to really drill down into today is the area of beliefs, because I found that, if you can believe it, you can achieve it. In fact, down below here, you can see probably Napoleon Hill's most famous quote: what the mind can conceive or think of and believe it can achieve. So belief is really a driving force in your business. And we've identified that there are 4 different areas of belief, and I want to talk briefly to you about each of them. And certainly, as it says here, belief is a substance that turns your dreams into reality. And in this business, it's really important to develop a really solid, well-founded belief in these 4 key areas. And what we challenge and invite everybody to do when they're new is to do a personal assessment where you are in each of these 4 areas. The belief in the industry, rate yourself on a 1 to 10 schedule. There goes my cat. She likes to, this is the other cat. This is Sophie. Normally it's Max, who participates in the trainings, but now today we got Sophie. They're litter mates and doing really well because they're on the patches. But belief in the industry is a real critical one. Network marketing is really, in my opinion, is one of the fastest growing, most richly rewarding professional career paths. And when people say, is it network marketing? I go, yes, it is, because I love this profession. I've been 32 years. I don't apologize for network marketing. I boast about it because it really is one of the fastest growing professional career paths. I believe it's the next logical evolution in the free enterprise system. And more companies are relying on network marketing to get their goods and services to market than ever before. And take products like what we hear at LifeWave. Imagine it was sitting on a shelf in a health food store. You just walk right by them, but when a neighbor, a friend, a family member, a business associate tells you about this historic breakthrough in affordable stem cell technology, maybe offers you a sample and then sends you a link to a video, it's like, that's the way this business is growing and going. And that's why LifeWave over the last 2 years has grown 10 times. When we first joined back in November of 2018, the company was doing about $2 million a month. And right now we're doing about $20 million a month. So that's a 10 times growth, and we've just begun. We're just touching the tip of the iceberg. But supposing you're working with somebody and, and they rate themselves a 4 or a 5, in the industry. I want to point out that if you go up here back to the distributor section and you click here on network marketing, okay, and you scroll down a little bit, there is some incredible resources here a click away. I'd recommended everybody joining LifeWave. Watch this, Making a Shift. And this is by Darren Hardy. And Darren Hardy is about the mindset to be successful in our profession. And Darren Hardy, the previous publisher of Success Magazine, sat right in the same seat as W. Clement Stone and Napoleon Hill in that fabulous magazine, Success Magazine. So he's an iconic trainer in our profession. Now, then we have Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn he's the iconic philosopher trainer of network marketing. There's never been and probably never will be another Jim Rohn. If you haven't listened to any Jim Rohn, you're in for a treat, okay? There's a couple of things here from Jim Rohn. Don't major in the minors, building your networking marketing business. Then there's a great article here, The History of Network Marketing, that you can, by Greg Stewart from MLM Insider News. So if someone doesn't have their beliefs in place about our industry, you can just take them over to the network marketing section in the distributor section of Nitty Gritty and point to those videos and resources. So let's go back to where we were in getting started, and I'll scroll back down to the guidebook, and I have to click forward to the page I was on real quickly. There we go. So we're back in the belief section, okay? Belief in the industry, really important. And when we do this exercise with a new distributor, we kind of go through and let them rate themselves, and then we discuss that. And you're looking for, hopefully everybody's at least a 6 or 7 or above in each of these areas. If not, they probably need some remedial work, because that becomes the lowest common denominator. If somebody, has a belief in the company, the products, and themselves, but they don't believe in the industry, probably they need to work on that a little bit, because it will be an inhibiting factor in their success, okay? But let's say somebody's got a good belief in the industry. Maybe they haven't had a lot of success, but they believe in the profession. And it really is a profession. It really is an industry. Belief in the company. There's so much good materials to learn about our company. When the further people dig, I like to say, typically the most cautious critics become our most ardent advocates. The further they dig, the more they find out. That's why we have so many really smart, brilliant people, doctors and, chiropractors and, business visionaries joining our business. Very wealthy people, just average, normal day-to-day people like ourselves, just joining LifeWave. So LifeWave truly is on the leading edge of health science and research. In fact, we like to say LifeWave is a leading edge health science research and development company that strategically chose network marketing. So those two kind of go hand in hand. And then belief in the products. And, you try them, you like them, and not everybody has a life-altering impact with the products. I didn't. Mine were gradual. Robin's were very dramatic and pretty quick. You've probably all heard my wife Robin's story. We were exploring stem cell injections for her old knee, which had been about 15 or 20 years bone on bone, causing her a lot of grief and pain. And instead of spending $12,000 on stem cell injections, our friend Kai Jacobson, who enrolled us in the company, said, hey, this company I'm working with just developed this new stem cell patch. Bing, sale made. They didn't have to say hardly anything else. All he had to tell us is, how do I order it? Robin ordered some. They came a few days later. She puts the X39 in the back of her neck, and 7 days later, her old knee stops hurting. You go figure, and then so many other wonderful things have happened to her, and her health and well-being, and so many other people. We've touched the lives of thousands of people. So belief in the products is a critical one. And if someone's new, they don't have their belief in place, that's okay. That just means they need a little bit more education to get that belief in place. And probably the most important belief to have is belief in yourself. Do you believe in you? This is a fundamental to your success in life. You need to believe you can achieve the goals and objectives that you're going to set for your Lifeway business. So belief. Uh, Again, what Napoleon Hill says best. I love this quote: "What the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." So big emphasis on belief here today. And so whenever you're enrolling a new person, make sure you go through this exercise with them. If you're a brand new person, make sure you go through this exercise. And if there's an area where your score is a little lower than it should be, I'd like to see everybody score in the 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10. If you're like me, I'm a 10 in all of these areas, but I wasn't born that way. Trust me. When I first started network marketing 32 years ago, I didn't, I didn't fail miserably, but I had very limited success. But I was very motivated because I had just sold my manufacturing business. The sale of the business fell through. The payments for the sale fell through. And I found myself going from retirement to requirement, and let's start a new life. And network marketing, ended up, in my life. And my life has never been the same. So now that's attitude, that's belief. Now let's just talk briefly about commitment. And this is a real key. And this is the deal maker, deal breaker. Commitment. Are you willing to do whatever it takes? I've read a number of books on goal setting and achievement, but the bottom line, if I was going to break it down to what makes a difference between a winner, a whiner, and a loser, is the winner makes a decision they're willing to do whatever it takes. When I joined network marketing 32 years ago, back in 1988, I made the decision I was willing to do whatever it takes, because on the motivational ladder, malnutrition's way up there, especially when it's your kids. And I had a family to feed. And so failure wasn't an option. And so there's two timeless secrets to fulfilling your goals and dreams in life. Make a commitment you're willing to do whatever it takes, and apply this principle to your Lifeway business, and you will succeed. It's like the first time, when you're a kid and you stood up, to play baseball or softball or stickball or anything else, you swing and swing and swing until you finally hit. And it's those times you hit that drives you on. So with commitment, problems become opportunities for growth and to expand your abilities. So that's key number one. Is, are you willing to do what it takes? Really meditate on this, and be clear that means, and a friend of mine years ago, a brilliant trainer, George Zelicki, told me once that the definition of the word commitment means you're willing to do what you said you were going to do long after the feeling you had when you made the decision is gone. Okay, because after you've watched these videos and you've been on a conference call and you're so excited, I'm going to do this, I'm joining LifeWave, I can't wait. That enthusiasm gets you started, but you know what? It's commitment that keeps you going, because you will stumble and fall, but you get back up. You will hear some no's, but you're going to hear a yes. So commitment is really the key to your lasting success. And number two in commitment, just be here a year from now. If you're brand new, mark your calendar, March 20th, 2021. And March 20th, 2022, you're still going to be here. In the beginning, it's a learning curve. In the beginning, we say in this industry, you're going to work real hard, not make so much. But if you keep at it, pretty soon, you don't have to work real hard and you're going to make quite a bit. By God's grace, after two plus years in the business, Robin and I are making more a day than many people make a week or a month, and it's almost, it doesn't really matter almost how much we do today. We're very engaged in the business. We're in ongoing calls and recruiting and supporting and all the things we do. But you know what? We have so many people in our organization that if we stop today, the business would continue tomorrow. We've really established a passive residual income, a very substantial passive residual income, because we just kept on keeping on. Those first few weeks, first few months, there wasn't a lot of money. There was a lot of excitement, but there wasn't a lot of money. Now there's a lot of excitement and a lot of money. So I just want to encourage you to hang in there. Just be here a year from now. And, and we're talking about starting 3 new clubs, okay? And they're called the Comma Clubs. First, we want to get you in the monthly Comma Club. We want you to start making $1,000 or more per month. That's $12,000 a year. That's a nice supplementary income. Probably not a full-time income for most people, but it's a nice addition to your other income. That's Comma Club number 1, the monthly Comma Club. Once you get in the monthly Comma Club, you're well on your way to getting into the weekly Comma Club. And now, if you're making a comma in your weekly check, and we get paid weekly here at LifeWave, I love that. Okay, we get paid weekly, and you could be if you're earning $1,000 a week, that's over $50,000 a year. And for most people, they can eke by on $50,000 a year. Now, for some people, that might be a pay decrease. For others, it might be a pay increase. But $50,000 a year is nothing to sneeze at. But, by the time you get your business growing and going in that direction, the auspicious daily Comma Club is the next step for you. And we have a number of people in our organization. I'm very, very excited and proud that Ramit and I are officially in the daily Comma Club. We are making between $1,000 and $2,000 a day after 2 years of consistent work. But it took us a while to get in the monthly Comma Club. It took us another while to get in the weekly Comma Club, but now we've arrived in the daily Comma Club. It's like died and gone to network marketing heaven. So I just want to encourage you to hang in there. Just be here a year from now, and success can truly be yours. So that's what I really wanted to share with everyone this morning. We try and keep these calls down to around 30 minutes. And so I'm going to just wish you the best that life and LifeWave has to offer. I encourage everyone to become friends with Nitty Gritty. This is just such a fabulous job. And again, I want to thank Judy Daniel for her tireless effort. She's always updating it. And so this is your resource, and we are your support team. And God bless you all. Have a wonderful day. And again, wishing you all the best that life and LifeWave has to offer everyone. So thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.